Playing support might feel like it boils down to your team doing something, but in this video I'm going to show you how to consistently carry games on a healer by changing these 4 simple fundamental things. I'm Awkward, the owner of RankUpAcademy.gg, where I coach thousands of players through the pain and hurdles that ranked games can be. So I'm going to show you how I do it and you can just copy me. So, playing Luna Snow, not a character I usually play because while Luna Snow is a good hero, it's not the best hero you can pick if you'd like to carry. If you're a support, especially if you're below Grandmaster, below Celestial, Mantis is going to be great, Jeff is going to be phenomenal if you would like to carry your games. The reason being is because these 2 heroes don't have a big burden on healing. You don't have to constantly heal people, so your contribution with damage and angles is going to be way more, and your 1v1 potential is just way better. But some of you like to play Luna Snow, so I'm going to show you exactly how to carry. This account is fairly high rank, I believe it's close to being Celestial. So who should use Snowflake? The person that is going to be detached from the team the most, and that will be the Psylocke. Now if you have a Captain America, for example, and a Psylocke, who would you choose? Well, the one that is just the most likely to die. So that would be the Psylocke and not Captain. I'm gonna grab this blue thing. So the most common mistake is number 1, healing only, no damage. And you might think damage, damage, damage. But no, you actually have big burden of healing. And also, when you have your snowball, most people save their snowball, never use it. You actually want to use your snowball at almost every opportunity you get, unless you know you're about to be dove. When you know you're about to be dove, probably not use it and save yourself with it. Healing, healing, of course. And while I am healed, I do damage in between. Have you noticed? Every opportunity I have to do damage, I do. Flicking my shift because, well, actually it was an amazing shift, but I thought the enemies are going to like kind of push back. I just went for it. Can't really help, just behind the wall. Gonna try to help my best. We got red. Well, I don't need to heal, I'm gonna contribute to the damage. She doesn't need healing, contributing with damage. Gonna put Snowflake on her as she's taking a lot of damage, and now she's healed up so I can do more damage. Gonna use my snowball because I'm not gonna get dove, which helps us get the kill, almost get the kill on her. Anyway, she needs a little bit of healing. I'm gonna do damage in between. Notice every opportunity that I get to do healing, I'll do healing. When do I use my shift? When the enemies actually commit and I can do the damage and healing at the same time when they commit. If they don't commit, I don't want to use my shift yet, as the value that it will get is not amazing. So he wants to ulti first, it's fine. Oh. So here I'm not using my shift yet, unless somebody gets low or unless they commit. Like right now would be a good shift. Why? Because the enemies actually commit here. The reason why the Snowflake is on the tank is because he's the one that's going in super deep. Contributing with damage, can definitely shoot him and kill him. You see, I killed this guy because I was actually trying to damage this guy. Every opportunity you have to use your damage, do your damage. When people don't need healing, just damage, look. Frozen, I'm not sure why, but I did. Disengaging from the Cloak and Dagger ulti, don't need to be here. I'm gonna use my shift in a bit, they're starting to commit. It'll be a really good time. Let's use the ulti now because it was about to die, and also they're using an ulti. 5, 4, we're fine. We're gonna try to help this guy out. Disengaging from him, using natural cover. Need to come back to my team and help him. Trying to help with the damage. You saw that when the Hela was full HP, I actually went for the damage with the shift. And the reason why I use my shift is because people are committing to each other. So now I'm going to again briefly explain. When I have my snowball, especially when they don't have dive, every opportunity they have, I'm going to use them. Now against dive, it doesn't mean that you hold on to the ability. If you see that they're diving somebody else, try to freeze the person that is diving not on you. If you notice that they're setting up to dive on you, save the freeze until they dive you, right? Shift. When should you use your shift? You're clapping, the one that pierces through enemies and allies. First of all, you need to position yourself directly behind your allies, your teammates, and also in direct line of sight of the enemy so you can do healing and damage at the same time. While it doesn't do amazing damage, it contributes over time and you find yourself contributing a lot to damage and you will find kills or your teammates will find kills based off your damage. Every time they commit to each other, that's when you want to use it. You don't want to use it when nothing is happening because that's a waste of very, very strong ability. Now for the Snowflake, who should it be on? On a person that is, you know, can die, and he's taking off angle, is flanking around. The reason why it was an Emma is because everyone was kind of playing together with each other, and Emma was the only one actually playing aggressive. That is the exception. The rule won't happen often. Look, I'm gonna use my snowball as soon as I see somebody here. Gonna use natural cover. Nobody needs healing, so I'm gonna contribute the damage. You can see when nobody's healing, that's important. That's what makes or breaks Luna. The ability to do damage. People don't overextend. Now I'm gonna use my shift because people actually commit to each other, and I'm gonna try to line myself up to damage and healing at the same time. And now I'm going with the damage and got a kill. You see, with my shift and my damage, I got a kill. Can I kill this guy? Yeah, I can. See, I was not really afraid. I just went for it. He's just low. I know their own spawn. We got this. Gonna use my shift because why not? Gonna use my snowball, not shift. Snowball is on my Hela that he's flanking. Also, like, this is a low trick that nobody does until you hit really high rank, and even high rank players don't make, is when you feel like even though your Snowflake is good. And use my freeze. Try to kill any follow-up damage. Teamfight begins, they're committing, using my shift. As you can see, following up with damage because nobody needs healing.
Too far, guys.
So Luna doesn't have amazing damage, but definitely not bad damage. It's enough to sometimes get kills. It's enough to sometimes do enough damage that somebody else will follow up and kill them. Again, before the fight begins, let me try to see if I can freeze. No, it doesn't really matter doing some damage before the fight, because why not? Not overextending for it though. Have my ulti, have my shift. When will I use my ulti? When people are going to die, including myself if I don't. Quite simple. Like this guy. Gonna use my shift for him. Gonna use shift to line myself up with everybody, so I can do damage and healing at the same time. And they sell should that. Not using my... You see, they use Luna ulti. Most Luna players would use ulti here. Why? Oh my god, they use Luna ulti. But no, nobody's dying. Everybody's okay. So I'm not gonna use anything. I use my Snowflake. And now, when my friend who is about to die, now use it. And now we have the advantage. As you can see, that's how we cleaned up the fight perfectly. So why did this happen? Is I saw the enemy Luna use my ulti, but I don't want to mirror ulti just because they use an ulti. I want to use an ulti when my teammates are going to die if I don't. But my teammates were fine. They didn't need the ulti, so I was just waiting out their ulti. And when their ulti is over and I use my ulti because they overextend with the ulti, what ends up happening is that they have no defensives and we do, and we have the big advantage. Not much we can do here, unfortunately, besides do a little bit of damage. I was about to click my shift here because he jumped on me, and that's the only way for me to kind of like fight back properly. But as you can see, it was a pretty smooth game. I have almost 7k damage. This game was very, very short. I did a lot of damage. I also didn't let anybody die. My healing is not amazing. Look, my damage and healing is fairly close together. But did anybody die because they didn't heal them? No. The healing number, just because it's big, it doesn't mean that it was useful. You need to heal people when they're going to die if you don't heal them. Now, it's sometimes very difficult to determine, but a good rule of thumb to go off is critical. I'll give you an example. If you have a critical Captain America, he could be 300 HP, but he's fighting a Cloaking Dagger, doesn't have a lot of damage. Therefore, you have a lot of time until you actually need to heal him, and you can contribute with the damage instead. Now, sometimes, most people don't know this, but the Snowflake gives 30% extra healing on the person you put it on. But if you put a Snowflake on someone and you do 100 healing, he will get 130 healing. So sometimes when your tank is taking a lot of damage and you realize that he's about to die, you can actually put the Snowflake on him at that moment so you can heal him more so he won't die, and then put it back. Most people just put it in a flanker and forget about it. When should you use your ulti? When people are going to die if you don't. Just because you use an ulti doesn't mean that you should mirror with the ulti. So we're gonna have another game and we're gonna demonstrate it once more. So who's gonna get my Snowflake? I have Torch, I have Psylocke. Who would I choose? Psylocke, because Psylocke is someone I will not be able to see. Torch will not flank that much. He will still be in my line of sight. Oh, we don't have Psylocke, that's fine. So I'm gonna put it on Torch. So again, right off the bat, what will I do? Nobody needs healing. I'm gonna try to find a Snowball here, because why not use that ability? And I'm gonna do some damage. It's not gonna get a kill, but it'll help me with the ult charge. Throw somebody. I'm not sure who he's diving, but that's alright. And by the way, just me shooting the torch a bit, or the... Oh my goodness, I almost died. That was fast. Immediately went to cover. I'm standing in the middle of the point at the moment. Saving my Snowflake for the dive, but we're good. Making sure he gets healed. This guy messed up with a cooldown, but I contributed damage and he's dead. I missed, that's fine. but I'm contributing with damage. Why nobody needs healing? Just because my Magneto is not full, it doesn't matter. Look what I can do with my damage. And it's not that I'm going for flanks or anything like that. It's just that I am attacking people when people don't need the healing. The Emma was half HP, but she was okay. She wouldn't have died. I mean, this guy, I couldn't really help him. He just died in one shot, fortunately. Gotta use my shift in a bit. I took too much damage. I kind of overextending a little bit too far away because he put the torch things on the floor, and maybe I should have just went back instead of just moving forward, but it's fine.
I like the cold. You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks.
Got two flyers, we're gonna be a pain in the ass. I'm gonna tell you that much. Will I use my ulti here? Yes, we can actually win this. They also use a good ulti. Fantastic. Good shield. Now I'm damage boosting because nobody needs healing, and now I'm going back to the healing. Now I'm going back to the damage boosting because nobody healing. Now I go to the healing. When you see that everybody's full HP and they're probably not gonna die, you can just go to the damage boost. Need to use my shift because fights were kind of happening here. Have to disengage here. Going back to my ulti here. Fantastic. This guy's low, I can actually do damage on him and he's dead. Why? Because nobody needs healing at that moment. But notice, now that I notice that Venom is dabbing me now, every time that I see that he's getting close, I say my snowball. But now he's not close, I can just maybe try to snowball this guy. It's not a big deal. And again, teamfight begins. They're kind of like, there are people jumping around, and just use my shift. Why? A lot of damage, a lot of healing. Help me with the damage because this guy does not need healing. Perfect. And just because of my damage contribution, maybe that's why he died. Who knows? Fight begins. Let me use my shift here. Maybe I overextend a bit. Nobody's dying because I don't heal them. That's fine. I just heal people so they don't die. That's perfect. Trying to help with damage because nobody needs healing at that moment. She needs healing at that moment, but I also have my Luna ulti. But because I have my Luna ulti, I should probably stay a little bit closer. The reason why I use my snowball is in order for it to die. Because afraid she was gonna die. But you see, they made a mistake. They mirrored my ulti. They mirrored my ulti. Okay. Disengaging with the last second of my ulti. What? Trying to do damage and healing at the same time while I'm damaging the Venom. Notice that I'm trying to keep line outside my teammates to heal them as well. Every time somebody's jumping on me, I don't ignore. I always shoot them back because there's a chance if I shoot them, they'll take enough damage to back off. Or maybe I kill them. Anyways, need to remember to put a Snowflake. For now, there's no many Snowflakes I can put here. Using my shift because it's a big team fight brewing up. He needs a little bit of healing. Let me help him out and back to the damage because nobody needs healing. Okay, now they do need a little bit of healing. Luna could die. Setting up for his dive. Fortunately. Use my shift here. I tried to use my snowball, it was a little too late. Well, they killed our tanks and just kind of pushed us. I don't think there's much we could have done to save our lives here. Putting Snowflake on the flanking guy. The reason why I don't put him Punisher, because he's with me. In the meantime, nobody needs healing, so I'm gonna try to contribute a bit with the damage. Now he needs a little bit of healing. Also a little damage, much I can. Notice that people will die if I don't heal them, so I'm using my ulti. But do you notice they just mirror my ulti every single time? Put a damage boost for a second. But I'd love to help. Putting the snowflake on somebody who will die for the extra healing. Put a freeze on this guy. Try to help, which I could. Putting the snowflake on people that are going to die if I don't heal them as fast as possible.
I unleash the Vishanti's power.
Shields up!
Maximum pulse.
Trying to help as much as I could. And I'm trying to fight back. Before I die, I click my shift. Try to heal myself and other people. But also, try to damage them as much as I could. See, I fight back. I just killed the Groot. Damage, guys. Don't run away. Don't be afraid to fight. Here, 2 tanks killed. Why? Because I was not afraid to do damage. Because nobody needs healing. That's why. Yeah, I should probably put a snowflake on him. Help him out in the meantime. Let's see if I can get a freeze in. Yeah, this doesn't do a whole lot. But look, he's more concerned about pushing. He's more scared. Now the enemies are pushing forward. They need to pull back a bit. It wasn't a great time to push, but... Okay. See, now he's afraid to push because I'm damaging him. Fantastic. Damage this thing a bit. Sure nobody dies. Oh my. He just destroyed us, unfortunately. That was a good ulti. Oh. Okay. We could maybe do something about this.
You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Okay. Well, not a bad hold. I can't say I'm playing too bad, all things considered. We're getting destroyed, but I think I'm holding my own pretty okay. I haven't died besides, well, I haven't died because I've made a mistake. I've died mostly because I made a good play. You see, I'm using my snowball every time getting dough by Venom. If I'm not getting dough by Venom, I'm just using it on somebody else. Every time there's a big team fight brewing up, I'm using my shift. Every time somebody will die, including myself, I'll just pop my ulti. The reason why people use their ulti based on the enemy ulti is due to the reason as to the ultis have high potential of a kill, but they don't necessarily mean a kill. Enemy ulti means high likelihood of your team dying, but it doesn't mean every likelihood. So sometimes it's good to wait out until something happens. Just because, for example, you know, they used Doctor Strange ulti and he hit 5 people besides yourself, but he's the only one shooting and there's no follow-up, it means that, well, maybe you could heal the person instead of using an ulti, you know?
All you need to do is capture the mission area. Got it? Be your best self. This place makes me want
Getting spawn over here. If the Widow likes its headshot and brings somebody to 1 HP, maybe my damage can actually help with the follow-up.
That one hurts. I suck.
Kind of using my shift here because I, for some reason, thought something bad might happen. But this guy overextended.
Thanks so much.
Gotta use my shift here in a bit. Perfect, use my snowball. Trying to run away as fast as possible. This guy's overextended, I healed from the off angle. Fortunately, there's not much I can do about that. I gotta use my shit. Go and do damage at the same time. Died. Well, nobody needs healing, I'll focus a bit on damage. Don't have snowball. But that's good. We're about to die, so just used it. Yeah, there you see again, they're mirroring double ulti every time. Oh man. Destroyed us in a second. He probably asked for a damage boost. Fairly coordinated. Meantime, we'll just shoot this guy a bit.
I was worried.
Oh, if I had one more shot, maybe.
Be careful over here, please.
Now, because we have a Psylocke.
Do I feel like a girl?
I needed that more than you know. On your 6.
Probably put it on Psylocke instead, to be honest. can heal this guy because it's currently directly above me.
That's the stuff.
Johnny, go! I'm gonna pay for this. Feeling fantastic.
I am Asgard's might.
Really low. I can follow up with some damage.
We're finding our groove.
Okay, good.
Watch me go!
What? Well, I tried to live. I should have moved a little bit better against Venom. I should have like circled around the point, the low boxes there to use cover. That's alright. I think we'll win. I've contributed enough to just put it that way. Put a snowflake in the meantime. Run as fast as possible. Winnable, winnable. Never give up. Put this on the Psylocke, as she's supposedly flanking. Know their Venom is setting up somewhere. Pay a little more attention. Snowflake saved their life.
A nice deep freeze. How you're frozen. Thanks so much. I am
Have
ready
to
to
ulti here because I would die otherwise.
Maximum
Gotta have my boy here, or he just dies. Disengaging.
ready to put on a show. Do I throw like a girl?
Let's bring a little light to the darkness below.
Trying to help against the storage. Yeah. Fight back, I have to. My only chance of actually killing them.
I am Asgard's might.
Trying to help, of course, making sure nobody dies with the healing. Notice nobody died. I did damage, but also nobody died. Why? Because I was also healing. Using my shift in the middle of the team fight, making sure this guy's alright.
You're amazing. Do I throw like a
Freezing because I have it. Okay, Jason. Snowflake is still intact. Perfect. Throw somebody, which helps the Psylocke probably get a kill there. Why? Because I actually used that ability. It's not over until it's over. I can use my shift here.
freeze?
Make sure nobody dies. Nobody needs healing, so I just go back to the damage. Oh my god. Whew. Oh no! Thought I was gonna get healed. Okay, they should be able to handle him by themselves. It's fine. We win. Right?
Vehicle
Perfect.
reached a checkpoint. Keep up the momentum.
Contributed with the damage. Get a kill. Notice that every time nobody needs healing, I just do damage. Every single second that exists, nobody needs healing. And just because they're not full doesn't mean that they need the healing. It's waiting until they actually need the healing. When is that? Well, sometimes just the answer is depends. See, I make the group back out. I know the Venom's gonna die. Almost killed the Venom. Oh, I should have maybe used my ulti. Maybe used my ulti, should have. We already like lost Invisible Man, so the likelihood of winning the fight is not that big anyways.
Be your best self.
Guys setting up for a dive.
Keep an eye on this spot. Much better. Snowball, now it's showtime. Get that vehicle moving again.
Kind of a try to trap him
I was
a
worried.
bit. Switching the Snowflake to somebody who will actually... They're gonna do maximum close, I can tell.
I like the cold.
Trying to contribute with the damage.
I am ready
Have to use
put
the
on a
ulti here
show.
because he just tried to dive me, but I'm damage boosting.
Ready to put on a show.
The reason why I'm damage boosting is because they caught him off guard. Nice.
Only 60 seconds left.
Using my shift here. What is the Luna doing over there? She's dying though. Doesn't really matter what she's doing, she's dying. Tell you that much. Ooh, what a freeze. Froze him out of the air. Because he used an ulti. I know that's why I froze him. I'm gonna use my shift here. Seems like there's a big fight brewing up. Gonna focus the arm in a bit. Ah, that was me getting tunnel vision. I was so tunnel vision and trying to get a kill on him that I just let myself die.
The final 10 seconds.
My god, he's won.
To be center stage.
Should have maybe not used my shift, but it's fine. Nothing was really happening. Contributed with damage. Hey, see, I immediately went back to cover. I didn't want to die. Shift here would have been really helpful, though. Gotta keep my other support alive. They should have maximum pulls. Have my ulti. Using my shift, mid all the team fight. Staying away from the point, I want to be on the point. Nice. Like, worst case scenario, whatever would have happened now, my team would have gone lower, I would have gone lower, I just popped my ulti. Every single second that somebody will not die, if I don't heal them, I just contribute to the damage. Look, I have 17.6k damage. When have you ever seen a Luna does that much damage? I think I'm playing really well. I've been the MVP almost the entire game. And we have characters could easily grab the MVP, like, you know, Psylocke, Star-Lord. The reason why this game is even close, I'm not gonna lie, my team is not playing bad or anything like that, but you notice that I'm doing a lot in order for us to even win. Now, that's why I generally don't recommend Luna if you'd like to carry, because there's only so much you can do. Give me any of these characters, I would have done so much more. I'll throw a snowball here, because why not? Hit somebody. Oh my. Problem is we're playing very passive. Now I'm not gonna make the same mistake of just walking outside here for no reason. What I'm actually going to do. Using my shift here because it could actually die. Shooting this guy out of the sky. Make him panic a bit. I have to fight back. And I could almost beat him. Okay, he's not healing me. That's alright. I tried to grab the health back, but he took it from me. I tried my best. I should have maybe disengaged, but I was counting on him to turn around and heal me. I could have also maybe killed the torch, maybe. But it's fine. I think that I've done all I can. I froze him a couple times and...
Be strong. You need to stop that vehicle in its tracks. There they are. That one hurts. Anyone willing to help? Stop that vehicle.
Okay, this guy just dies.
I like that cold. Fear disappear!
Try to contribute a bit with damage. We lose the fight, so I need to use my ulti because using ulti means that I have to use mine. I mean, they already used so many ultis, 3 of us were dead. Even if I ulti there, we don't win the fight anyways. Okay, dies. Fortunately.
I'm back in the fight.
I'm gonna use mine first because he didn't even get his.
Better stop that vehicle.
Put a snowflake on anybody I can see. Sure, let me use my snowflake here. Okay.
That's much better. Watch me. I am ready to put on a show.
Putting my shift here. I use Luna ulti. I don't need to use mine yet.
Maximum pulse!
I have to use my ulti here now.
Supernova!
I'm drifting here for a bit. Now I have to engage. I have to heal, unfortunately. As much as I can while doing damage. I should have, yeah. I mean, they end up C9ing, but I couldn't just leave the fight there. I had to heal their all 1 HP. So I had to sacrifice my life there, unfortunately. But even while I was healing, I was kind of in front of the Venom to do damage. So even if he kills me, at least he stays low enough so other people can kill him. I think I'm playing fairly well. I think I'm making, of course, here and there some mistakes. But I'm really trying to do the best that I can. I'm doing a lot more. I'm doing a lot more damage. I would probably argue that I probably do a lot more damage than, well, they have Armament Torch, so. But I wouldn't be surprised if I have more damage than this guy that was playing Star-Lord. Obviously Venom is setting up here, so I'm gonna wait a bit because I don't see a Venom and I know they have a Venom. Means he's probably setting up somewhere.
Be a superhero.
What?
That's a bad job.
A nice deep freeze. I was worried.
Managed to kill him. Perfect.
Down to 30 seconds.
Did what I could.
Strong together.
Almost got a kill on this guy.
A nice deep
Gotta use my shift here because this guy will probably die if I don't.
The final 10 seconds. You'll have to keep fighting until we have a winner.
Good ulti. Gotta fight back into cloak and dagger ulti. Probably dies this guy. Perfect. Nice cloak and dagger ulti. They wanna obviously use my ulti when I'm in cloak and dagger ulti.
I am ready to put on a show.
They're doing fine. No, the ulti yet. Don't need to panic. Now actually ulti.
Ready to put on a
Because
show.
now they don't have Luna ulti and they should die.
I don't have to be center
Damage
stage.
boosting when nobody needs the healing, of course.
I'll get you next time.
Disengaging from the middle of the point. Really bad for me to be in the middle of the point.
Disappear! I like the cold.
Alright.
Maximum pulse.
Oh my god. Have to use my freeze there, but I didn't really see anybody. Damaging when nobody needs healing. And that's how you contribute with the kills and with the healing. And the healing are all good. Everything's fine. Who has the Snowflake? Still my Salo. Pretty good. Actually would move up. They have 2 people on the point. There's no point for me to be on the point. I just don't want to overextend as they have characters can kill me pretty fast.
Here they come now.
Oh.
To be center stage.
See, I just did enough damage. Perhaps get a kill. We got a kill because maybe I did enough damage. Don't want to overextend too much here. But I do want to use my...
How? I found one of our critics.
Oh my god. Contributing a lot in damage. Using my shift to kill this guy. Using my shift to try to line myself up to get it killed. That's why Venom is 1 HP. I like that this guy's just not shooting him, but I have to. And we win. We ended up winning this game and I played so well there at the end. 25k damage, 31 and 13, 55.7k healing. And that is how you carry it with Luna, guys.
Victory!
If you like how I break down the gameplay to digestible, simple terms, that's what I do in rankupacademy.gg. We help you rank up by looking at your gameplay and breaking it down, showing you exactly what you're doing wrong and how to fix it. So check out the description below, rankupacademy.gg, or shoot me a DM. If you like how I carry with Luna, you should check out the other video where I talk about Cloak and Dagger, why you should avoid that carry if you'd like to start ranking up.